necessary mod on this truck is to filter the sand out of the motor because it comes with sand in the motor from the factory.
New radiator. This is take number 6.
The truck blew 6 radiators.
No, I get them in the mail, I put them in,
and then they blow.
AC's on, if you shut it off, it's minimal. It lags the turbo pretty hard. I'm telling you, I've owned this truck for long enough to where I know every little thing about it.
Okay, so if the radio or the AC is on, the turbo won't light.
Yeah.
Or you're saying if I'm sitting in the driver's seat, the turbo won't light.
No, it's lighting.
Oh, it's still lighting.
It's bulletproof right there, yeah.
What we have here, folks, is a 6.0 diesel. 6.0. Why do they call it a 6.0? They loved it. They'll be like, it's a 6.0. That's his Instagram handle. The 6.0. They love the accent, like the ho part, because that's cool. What we have here is the world's most unreliable diesel engine. And what's the funny thing about that? The funny thing about that is that no one will admit it that has one, because they don't want to come to terms with accepting the purchase that they just did and put $40,000 in to make it run half the time. Because first it ran a quarter of the time. You bulletproof that puppy, it'll run half the time. What will happen, these kids buy these trucks that adults have sold because they're reliable the first 5,000 miles, right? A farmer buys it, he's like, yo, I'm gonna use it, and then he's like, I made a mistake. He sells it to another normal person that has slightly less money. The next person, the second owner of the 6.0, will then of course try to use it again. It's like construction work. It's like, this truck is pretty nice. Like, they still want to use it for work, you know, because it still looks like a halfway decent truck and it still runs okay. And then like these more things pop out. They're like, oh, well, it just needs the transmission control module replaced. It'll be fine. It's cool. I didn't waste all my money on a 6.0. And then just needs head gaskets. Like, that's like only a $14,000 job or something. And then they realize, they're like, you know, I put 20 grand into this thing and it's still not running properly. So the third owner of the 6.0 is the 16 to 18 year old, 14 if your parents have slightly more money, farm boy. So what they'll do is they'll buy a 6.0 that's already broken. They'll be like, yo, I got a diesel now, guys. And they'll be like, tell all their friends, like, finally got this 6.0, finally got a nice truck. Obviously it didn't have these on it because the farmer that bought it wouldn't actually use those. They'll take the world's ugliest, most unreliable truck and they will dump 40 to 60 grand into it, and then you got an $80,000 6.0. Because what he did was he put a new motor into it, and then he put 4 other new motors into it. The only thing on this truck that doesn't blow is the body. It's not enjoyable to look at, really. I mean, when you look at a 6.0 going down the road, you're not like, are they really that reliable? Because it's bulletproof. You know, this truck is bulletproof. Truck is so. We should shoot it. Let me show you how bulletproof this truck is. Like, head gaskets, obviously. 5 sets of head gaskets. Head studs, 60 over injectors. He's got a bigger fuel pump. All this piping done to it. Bigger turbo, built trans, traction bars. He's got a lot done to it. You know, it's bulletproof. It's now reliable, right? Once you bulletproof these, this is what you'll hear. If you ever go to buy a 6.0 and you don't know much about trucks, you'll be like, oh, are those reliable? I heard they have some problems. I'll be like, it's cool. It's cool, man. I bulletproofed it. What they mean by that is that they're trying to get rid of it because after bulletproofing it, it still doesn't run completely right, or they wouldn't be trying to get rid of it after putting $40,000. So we just dumped a 5-gallon bucket of water in the coolant reservoir, and it's still drinking it every time we start it, but it's not like dripping anywhere. That's weird though. And then the oil started coming out of the dash.
Oh, that is definitely not healthy.
There's oil coming out of the vents, which I couldn't figure out. 6.0 owners are some of the most sensitive truck owners because it's always like, if an older person gets a 6.0 and people tell them like, oh yeah, that thing is absolute garbage, they're gonna be like, yeah man, I made a bad decision, a bad purchase. But a younger person gets it and they're like confident, you know, they're like, no, it's not bad. I need to put more money into it. I need to put all my 9-to-5 checks into that bad boy, and I'll finally have a decent truck and it'll be the coolest 6.0 in town. And then They'll go to a truck, one single truck meet and hit off the limiter, and they just blow the heads off of it, and it's absolute trash again, and they put their next paycheck into it. We're going to just have fun with it. I don't know how long it's going to last. I'd like to squeeze 40 or 50 videos out of it, just like everything that I have. I like to, you know, I like to stretch it out and milk it for content. Wait, dude, it says I have a full tank of diesel now. That was like a quarter of a tank. Dude, that sounds absolutely garbage.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't have coolant?
It's all gone.
Nothing at all.
More than 700,000 people are without power.
There's one rock. What's dragging there?
Do you ever daze out and almost get like a head-on collision and you're like, I almost hit them?
No, not really.
You don't?
No.
There's a decent amount of slop in the wheel. Oh, so good. Corn dog. Why do they call them corn?
Isn't
Where
that
does the corn come from?
Isn't
Oh, is that cornbread?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even know that.
It won't?
It won't light them up. Like it just lugs and lugs and lugs and lugs. Started.
Or if the road was
It
wet.
just won't build. The road is wet. Fogging down
Yeah, I know.
to the floor.
Put it in like third.
We didn't spin them on gravel. It wouldn't even light him up on gravel. It won't light up. You can't see the driveway.
Jesus.
I think I found the problem. Look at the filter, dude. Look.
Oh god, it's completely collapsed.
It sucked the filter in.
There you go. Oh yeah, that one is collapsed.
There was no air. Hey, shut it off. So what we're gonna do today is just a general, normal durability test, just like you all expect on this channel. It's always the same. There's nothing different. We're just basically gonna take this 600 and he said it was 900, but
I'm gonna give it 6.
how many?
I'm gonna give it 6.
It's 1100, Ryan. Okay.
I wouldn't go that far.
It dynoed at the show 1190.
Mm.
Shut the off until you've had a 6.0. You want to know how it feels. The Toyota Hilux, I'm not going to do anything that no one wouldn't usually do to their truck. It'll just be under normal use, but slightly heavier. But the mirrors could be more durable.
Yeah, the exhaust is f***. Holy you stupid son.
Look at that.
Holy crap.
This thing is actually scary when it lights up. Like,
Yeah.
because the front tires will catch stuff and it just yanks the wheel everywhere. I overbent my leaf springs too.
It's gonna go everywhere.
Don't worry, I'll get it.
Oh, that's lame.
One thing I want to mention real quick before we start this is kind of sad that literally a YouTube video nowadays will get demonetized for something like this. Like, I just like scratched my hand, and like if you have a drop of BLOOD in your YouTube video, you can get demonetized for it, even if it's fake, literally. So like people like just red stuff. If I could have a drop of red stuff on my truck, and I get demonetized for it, I don't care if it's freaking ketchup. Like, not my fault. Y'all are a bunch of a sensitive mother. I now baptize you in the name of.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's so pressurized it doesn't even want to open the cap. I need to have they only use their Jake brake down half the driveway. This is an only Jake brake zone. There's a hole in the turbo.
You can see something bowling around in there.
It's good.
Alrighty.
The other tire unfortunately didn't come off, so we just got to find a way to get it off. And I assume since the wheels are forged, they might crack instead of bend. So I'm going to try to hit it with this claw hammer, and we'll just see what happens here. How expensive do you think these are? These are like $6 grand, probably mounted with tires.
Yeah, with tires. They're probably like 6,500. Yeah, it's still good. All of them are tough.
Oh, they are tough. It is aluminum though. Here, echoing like 2 miles away. you don't need the other tire on there. Or, I don't want it on there, so we're gonna get rid of it now.
So why do you have earplugs in?
No. Did I just... Oh, no. Oh, dude, look at the welds on this thing. Hold up. Look at this. Zoom in on the welds on the exhaust.
Oh, those are sexy. That's a dirt welds, man.
Look at this. Are you kidding?
Hey, that was kind of badass. No lie.
I have the worst luck. I literally mag dump on my truck once, and I put a hole in the everything. They said this thing was bulletproof.
Definitely not bulletproof.